All right, here we go. We are going to talk about the Bullish Gartley. Coma, this one is for you. So we could see on the screen right now, we are looking at a Bullish Gartley pattern that's in its entirety, but we're going to go ahead and get rid of that, and we're going to start fresh. Right off the bat, head over to your tools over here, and you can press and hold on the one under the T. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you'll find it. XABCD. Do not confuse it with the cipher pattern. We'll get to that another day. The XABC pattern is what you're looking for. For every type of Gartley or variation of, there is a bullish and there is a bearish. We are going to draw the bullish and then apply that just upside down if you want to know what the bearish looks like. So for the bullish, you're looking at an impulse move up. Some type of large move up that you see on the chart and it says, okay, that looks like a strong move up. Now, the most important thing about a Bullish Gartley is that very next move, right? The pullback from X to A needs to be a 618 or at least very close to. There are theories out on the table that you can wick to the 786, but you certainly can't close past the 786. Same thing with the 618. You can wick to the 618, and that's good enough to draw the pattern, even if the body closes near the 5. But the overall, hands down, you want to be as close to the 618 as possible. That is what gives you the best strike rate after the fact. Now, once you have the 618, you're looking at price to reverse again, and this time you have two choices. Either the 382 or the 886. Not a lot of people talk about how there's two different Bullish Gartleys. All right? We're going to draw the 886, and I will show you the differences later about the 382. But now we have an 886, and now the next move is to find the 786 of the X to A move. So X to A, you're looking at a 786 retracement. So therefore, you're looking down in the middle over here, and it'll say 788 is close enough. All right. Now, you need to know how to get those the hard way. But this is the easy way. Just grab the right tool, and it'll spell everything out for you. Everything that's important is right here. All right. There is no other need to do all that other nonsense, but I'm going to show you anyway to do that. Now, I do want to show you one thing right off the bat is you can recognize these patterns fairly simply by this move right here. Visually, if you understand what a 618 looks like, for the most part, then this should be okay to identify. But this right here is that failure. Right, so you have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low. You're trying to make a higher high, and you fail. When you fail to make that higher high, start looking at pattern creation here, because you may have started drawing a Bullish Gartley. All right, and same thing with the other side. It would be a low and a lower low if you're looking at a Bearish Gartley. So, in the effort of saving time, here we go. This is how you get this, and that you get the hard way. So right here, right, the X to A move should be a large move up, right? We're Bullish Gartley, large move up, impulse move up, looks good. Now, if you want to get the B target, the B needs to be 618 of X to A. So the way I wrote it out over here is if you want to find that target, this is what you're pulling your fib from, X to A, and that's exactly what we're going to do, X to A. And here's what we have, 618. All right, we're good. Now you just get rid of that fib. You don't need it anymore. It did exactly what you needed to do. You're good. You're going to grab it again, and now you're going to find the C target, which is A to B. You're looking for a 382 or an 886. Some people talk about a range in between the 382 and the 886. I think that is incorrect. So technically speaking, it's one or the other, and I'll show you why in just 1 second. All right, so now we have the A to B, and we found our 886, and that's exactly where we have our line, so we're cool. Now what you're looking for is your D target. Now your D target is one thing, but it has confluence from the whole move. So from X to A, you're looking for 786, all right? But if you're on the 886 Gartley pattern, you're looking for a 127 extension from B to C. And I'll show you that right now. So from B to C, all right, very simple. You're looking for a 127 extension in confluence with the 786 retracement from your X to A, right? Your first big move here, X to A, and that's why you have your 786. All right, we didn't need to redraw this fib because it's already written for us on the correct tool. You're good. All right, so now let me show you before I move on. If this was a 382, all right, and you can see the numbers are changing right here. I don't have to pull my fibs out again. If you have a 382, this should be a 1618. All right, so again, you would take B to C with extensions on your fibs, and you'd be looking at a 1618. Now, I might have screwed that up a little bit. So I'm not using any magnets here, but you get the idea. 1618 in confluence with the 786. All right. So those are your two Gartley pattern methods. I'm going to throw that back on an 886 for tonight's purposes. And now we got to get into take profits, stop losses, etc., etc., etc. So stop losses just under X. That's pretty simple. You can eye it up with previous support resistance. You can eye it up with, a 5% move underneath X. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Your buy target is going to be set up on your D. So your D is your buy target, and you simply want to be able to make that, an area or a zone that allows a little bit of cushion. More often than not, from what I've seen, you'll hit D and continue on a little bit, but it won't hit your stop loss down here, but it can come down and double bottom on your X. All right, but this is your entry, and if you want to stack multiple entries in here, that's certainly doable. Now, your take profits. All right, as far as take profits are concerned, you're looking at pulling your fib out again, and you want to do the full move from A to D. All right, this is how you get your profit targets. All right, now there's a couple different things to talk about when it comes to profits. The one most used and most agreed with is this 382 target. So 382 from your D entry. So I got to slide this up a little. So you're looking at about 11%, 10, 11% profit gain, and that could bode well, but it's going to get a higher risk reward. So you're going to have a worse risk reward if it does go the wrong way. Your next target is the 618. In this instance, would give you 19% gains, less of a strike rate of reaching these levels, but still worth mentioning because most people are going to target the 382 and the 618. More often than not, both will get hit. All right. Now you start getting into bonus properties here, and the actual pattern itself should get you back to the A target, which is a full retrace back up, and that'll get you about 30%, give or take. The next target is the 127, right? And that's all the way up here. That's the 127. That's the extension from A to D. And then your very last target, which is, the king, if you are able to withstand and get this type of move to continue, is the 1618 retracement from your A to D. So huge rewards. But obviously, every target that we get to, the chances of hitting those targets are less and less. So what some traders will do is they'll pick a nut out over at this zone here. They'll put more capital in. They get the 11% return. They pull a majority of that out, and they sort of play with house money for the rest of these targets. It's certainly something you could do. You have to base it off of market conditions. what's happening? What's the momentum look like? Does this look like it's an absolute reversal? You know, that type of thing. So without getting too crazy into it, this is the overall what you're looking at as far as a bullish Gartley. Again, if this were inverted, this would be a bearish Gartley. And we'll talk about the other things another day, whereas if the 618 didn't pull back to the 618 and pulled back to, you know, like a 382, somewhere in this ballpark, now you're painting a different type of advanced ABCD pattern, where it could be a cipher, a butterfly, a bat, or a crab, or something similar to that. Now, I know this has already gone on probably too long. I'm going to quickly go over just an example in the real world, and this is something that, you know, we've been talking about back and forth, a few of us in the Discord. So very simply put, this is Bitcoin on the MEX chart on the daily. We noticed that low 31.21 with a huge move up. So a big rally move up got us into the 42 zone, and we pulled back to the 618. As the second you saw this 618 pullback off of this big move is when you start getting the idea of hey, we might be working on a pattern here. When we started approaching the C target, we were looking at an 886, so my targets were a little bit higher. We didn't quite hit them. We topped out at 836 before reversing course. Once we had our C, now the pattern's drawn. All right, now we're already eyeing up our D target, and you could play this two different ways, which is what we did. We took the short down to D, right, and then we played the long up. It's obviously more risky, so we waited until we got to, it was around this ballpark here, before we decided to get in with this short, which is still a fantastic short, to come back up for beautiful gains. But I wasn't going to chase this candle down. I was going to let it settle out, and that's why I went short over here. Anyway, that ended up working out well. Our D target hit back here, and this was 33.49. We were targeting, I believe, 33.61. As you can see, we have it drawn now for an 813 and not a 786, because the 786 is back here. As the pattern kept forming, we moved it down so that we could have a better idea on our profit targets. All right, so that's why that got moved. Now, profit target, take profit 1 was hit at the 382. 2 was hit at the 618. This is what I was talking about, your choices between the C and the A as your third profit target. Had you taken C, it would have gotten hit. Had you taken A, you're still waiting. All right. And then your super bonus targets are going into 127 to 1414 to 1618. I left the 1414 out of the example because chances are if you're hitting the 127, you're going up to the 1618 because you've already established quite a trend. But I did throw it in here for Bitcoin because Bitcoin's Bitcoin, and you never know what Bitcoin's going to do next. So all that being said, that is your Bullish Gartley. You know, obviously I'll answer any questions you have, and then we could work our way into the differences between a butterfly and a bat and a cipher and a crab and all that other stuff. All right, but that's a wrap for this, and yeah, I'll see you later.